friends, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you so much for coming back if you've been here before. If you are new to the channel, every single week I post a new pick a card reading. So if you enjoy tarot readings, if you enjoy pick a card readings, get cozy, get comfy, consider subscribing. This week, or I should say this video, is going to be a new thing for the channel, so let me know what you think. We are going to do the October 2025 forecast in pick a card reading format. So I have three options for you today. Option number one is the Empress, and that is from the Unfolding Path Tarot. Option number two is the Empress from the Addams Family Tarot. And option number three is the Empress from the Mythos Tarot deck. So pause the video if you need to, ask yourself which pile or maybe piles have a message for you. And let's talk about what you can expect for this reading. All right, friends, we're going to keep this one kind of short and to the point. As I said, this is something new for the channel, so absolutely let me know if this is something that you enjoy, something that you would want to see more of, or even if it's not your favorite, let me know. But we're going to kick off the reading by looking at the overall energy for October for you. Then we're going to take a look at what to embrace. So what is a new opportunity, lesson, or blessing that is on its way to you? We're going to ask about what to release. We're then going to get into career and finances, as well as love and relationships for the month of October. And we are going to end it with some advice for you, just practical advice. What message does the universe have for you at this time? This is also going to be one of those readings where I do most of the shuffling, especially for the tarot, on camera. So for pile number one, I am going to be using the Unfolding Path Tarot. For pile number two, I'm going to be using the Wild Reflections Tarot. And for pile number three, I am going to be using the Mythos Tarot deck. So if this sounds like something that you are interested in, stick around. We are about to get started. If this is where you leave me, I hope you have a great week, and I hope you come back soon. Let's jump in. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to the Empress card, and this is from the Unfolding Path Tarot. So as a reminder, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. I did do a reading breakdown at the beginning that's going to tell you exactly what's going to be covered and in the format it's going to be covered in. So I highly suggest that you check that out. But we are going to get started by looking at the overall energy for you for the month of October. Let's take a look at what we have here. So we have the first chakra with Archangel Michael. We also have the World card, and we have the Thinking Man. Okay, so pile number one, the month of October 2025 for you feels like a month where there is a lot of focus on the self, right? It feels like this is a month where it's quite possible that you are closing out some chapters or some cycles in your life, that you are having some sort of transitional month, or that you are seeing the results or the conclusion of a transition that you have already been on, that has led you up into October of 2025. I do think that October 2025 for this group is going to be very much focused on self-focus, but also just focusing on kind of what is right in front of you. This is a time where for my pile number ones, it feels like there's a lot of introspection, a lot of reflection. There's also a lot of just needing to be present in the present moment. To me, this feels like the energy of make sure that you are dotting your I's and crossing your T's, and make sure that you are staying present in the present moment and that you are paying attention to everything that you are doing at the present time. And as I said, I do think this is a group where October 2025, there's some sort of resolution or there's some sort of closure that you receive on something that you have already been experiencing, some sort of cycle that has come to a close, some sort of realization, something that some sort of transitional period that you have been on. And here's the thing, for some of you, pile number one, because we have the 35 here, 3 plus 5 in numerology is 8. It's a number that's very closely connected to Saturn energy. For some of you, this is going to bring in rewards. This is going to show you in some way what you have gained as a result of all of the hard work that you've been doing. And I do think that for this group, there is going to be a focus on, more of the tangible things. So that could be work, that could be finances, that could be your sense of security, your sense of confidence. I also think that this is a month for my pile number ones where there is clarity coming in. So if you've been experiencing some confusion, or if you've been stuck in a little bit of like an unknown or just a frustrating time, I do think there is an opportunity for clarity to arrive for you in the month of October 2025. I also think that for my pile number ones, October 2025 is going to bring in some form of information, and that could be the clarity that's coming through. But it feels like there is some form of information that will make its way to you that is going to help you move forward, that is going to help you kind of either continue on the path that you have been on or start a new path completely. Because for some of you, something is wrapping up, a cycle, a pattern, a way of being is wrapping up, and something else is beginning. For some of you, your birthday may be in October, and that's going to bring in almost like this new beginning, this new chapter type of energy. Only take that if it resonates, obviously. Your psychic gifts, your intuitive gifts, your spiritual gifts, pile number one, are also going to be heightened at this time. Keep that in mind, because there's going to be a lot that is available to you as a result of October 2025 and all of the hard work that you have put in to get to this point. But let's take a look. I want to bring in the tarot deck. So we're going to ask, what is something that you should embrace in October 2025? For my pile number ones, what is something my pile number ones should embrace? And this could be a new opportunity, a lesson, a blessing, just something that the universe wants you to embrace at this time. For October 2025, what is something my pile number ones should embrace? All right, pile number one, we have the 10 of Pentacles. We also have the Queen of Cups, the Devil card, and the 7 of Swords. So in October 2025, one thing that my pile number ones should absolutely embrace is your truth, but also where you are at. This is about you honoring what is coming up for you. Because I think that for this group, part of the clarity that is going to come in October 2025 has to do with what would make you happy, what would make you fulfilled, what your path is, what your purpose is, and where do you want to go from here? Because again, I do feel for this group, there's been some sort of transformation, some sort of transition, and it's almost like you are at the end of a cycle and at the beginning of a new one. And October 2025 is going to serve as information that is going, or it's going to serve in a way that you are going to receive the information that you need, or the realizations that you need, that is going to take you to where you are meant to be, or where you want to go next on your path. October 2025 feels like a month where pay attention to everything that comes up. Pay attention to the ideas that come up. Pay attention to your inspiration, to your desire. I also think that October 2025, if you can do something where Maybe it's creative. Maybe it allows you to express yourself in some way that you can kind of release energy, let go of energy, or almost like channel your energy into something that allows you to get any stagnant energy moving would be very helpful for this group, because we do have the Queen of Cups here. So this is absolutely about embracing your feelings, your emotions, what is coming up for you, and where you are at. I did say this for this group, your intuition is going to be heightened, your spiritual gifts are going to be heightened. So if you are aware of what your spiritual gift is, and I think for many of you, clairsentience is one of them, where it's clear feeling, it's just receiving information through feelings, through the body. I think that's a major one for those of you that chose this pile. So really kind of being in a place where you are allowing the information to flow through you, where you are creating time and space to connect with what your body is trying to tell you, with what the universe is trying to tell you, is going to be super helpful. I also do think that for this group, working with the root chakra and the heart chakra in the month of October 2025 can be very helpful, as well as having enough time or trying to create maybe at least 5 minutes a day where you can just allow yourself to exist and to be wherever it is that you are at that time. I do think journaling could be very helpful for this group, or at least keeping track of your thoughts. Maybe if it's not an official journal, doing something or writing some notes or keeping track of what's coming up for you at this time, because I do think some new information is going to come through, and I do think some truths are going to come through as well. We also have the Devil card here, and I think that the Devil card here is, again, speaking to that time of healing, but also that level of the unknown, of things that cannot be seen very clearly, and you being in a place where you are breaking free, where you are liberating yourself, where there is either something that you have left behind, something that you are wrapping up in this month, or something that you have wrapped up going into this month. And as a result, you have almost like this clean slate where you can choose where you want to go and how you want to proceed. That's absolutely coming through here as well. And I do think that one thing that you should embrace, or that you are being encouraged to embrace in October 2025, pile number one, is balance. It's finding what that means to you, finding what balance looks like to you, and embracing that balance, giving yourself enough time to rest, giving yourself enough time to connect within, giving yourself enough time to take care of what needs to be taken care of is very, very helpful. And for this group, one thing that keeps coming through is truth, right? We have this Seven of Swords coming up here as well. So when we talk about truth, right? What is your truth? What is it that is going on in your life? Can you see things for what they are? I do think that for this group, October 2025 is one of those months where you're kind of being asked to look at what is in front of you, take stock of what is in front of you, and decide, where do I go from here? This is about seeing things for what they are, not what we want them to be, seeing things for what they are, and realizing that we have power to create the future that we want, but that we must do so from a place of the present, right? From a place of, this is what I have and this is how I am going to move forward. And I also think that this is about you making the moves that you are being guided to make. And this, I think a message coming through for my pile number ones is, you don't need anyone else's permission for you to take action on what you know is right for you. And there's also a reminder here, pile number one, that you are doing the best that you can, and that you are doing everything that you should be doing. And if there's somebody here that, like, maybe there's been some new information and there's a level of regret here, this is going to be very specific, so only take it if it applies to you. But if there's been almost like a regretful energy, just remember you did the best that you could with the information you had at the time. And moving forward, you have more information, you have more knowledge. So you are going to use that to your advantage. Yeah, embrace the clarity, embrace truth, embrace forward movement, pile number 1. All right, so we're going to look at what to release in October 2025. For my pile number 1s, what is something my pile number 1s should release this October 2025? What is something my pile number 1s should release this October 2025? I actually want this one too. Bottom of the deck, let's take a look. Pile number 1, we have the 4 of Wands. We also have the Emperor card, the 4 of Cups. We have the 5 of Swords. And we have the Knight of Wands. So let's talk about it. As far as what needs to be released this month, I think that for my pile number 1s, there's a few things that are coming up. So take these as it resonates. First and foremost, I do think this is all about, again, coming back to the present moment and focusing on what is right in front of you. This is a time where, for my pile number 1s, do not feed into drama. Do not feed into anything that is not going to get you to where you want to be. So I think part of that for my pile number 1s is, again, like that regretful energy, that sense of, could have, should have, would have. There's a reminder here. Again, I'm going to keep saying this one. You've done the best that you could with the information you had at the time, because I do think that you are gaining more understanding, but you're trying to hold a different version of yourself, a past version of yourself, to the standard that you now have for yourself, when now you have more information, more experience, and more wisdom to make different choices. So giving yourself that kindness, giving yourself that compassion can be very helpful. This is also talking about, one thing to release is if you want to be in control, if you're in a place where you're trying to be very rigid about what you are allowing yourself to experience or how you are handling things, this is kind of saying go with the flow, bring some more ease here. And remember that the past is in the past. It cannot be changed. What can be changed is the future based on what you do and the decisions that you make. So this is a very empowering message for this group, as a reminder that you get to choose where you go from here. And even though you may not be able to change certain experiences or certain things that have happened, you do get to move forward with new knowledge and new understanding that is going to serve you greatly. This is also saying, don't over focus on what hasn't happened or what hasn't turned out in the way that you wanted it to. Just know that, again, you get to experience life with this newfound information, and you get to make choices that are going to get you to where you want to be. And this is talking about, finding that inner peace, like really releasing anything that is not adding to your peace, but that is taking peace away from you. And allow yourself to explore, allow yourself to try different things, allow yourself to kind of just figure out what you want to do next and to focus on that. This is also saying, if you feel these big emotions, it's okay to feel them, it's okay to release them, but don't make big choices on big emotions. Sometimes it's about bringing yourself back to center and giving that time to kind of wash over you before you move to the next step. Let's take a look at career and finances for October 2025. Any messages that are here for you as far as career and finances? For my pile number 1s, I will fix those cards in a minute. There we go. Any messages around career and finances for October 2025 for my pile number ones? We have Justice card. Some of you, something that you have been working on, something that you have been doing is going to pay off. We have the Five of Cups. All right, let's take a look. We have the Hermit card and we have the Three of Cups. So as far as career and finances for the month of October 2025, one thing that's coming through here is I do think this is a month where for your career and finances, with this Five of Cups being here, it can be, I'm not going to lie, this could be a month where there's a lot that's coming up for you as far as career and finances. I do think this is a month where really making sure that you are leaning in on your close friends, your close, your loved ones, whoever that is for you. I also do think that this is a month for career and finances where it's about like kind of going with the flow, doing what needs to be done, and focusing more on I think your overall well-being is what's coming through here. I do think for some of you, there is a potential for something to kind of be a little bit of like a payoff in your career and finances. So if you've been investing time and energy, if you've been working very hard, there is an opportunity here for something to pay off. Yeah, that Two of Pentacles is also there. But with the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Hermit, and the Three of Cups, I do think that part of this message when it comes to career and finances is do what needs to be done, but also remember to trying to think how I want to word this. Remember to prioritize other areas of your life, because I do think that this is a time where there's so much that's going on that taking a break, giving yourself some patience, right? Giving yourself some self-care, some self-love can be very helpful. So for those of you where you have a 9 to 5, it's about going to work, getting the work done. But if you are able to, and it's possible for you, maybe having someone where you can delegate or where you can kind of split the work, or if you have some PTO that you can take, and prioritizing your overall well-being. Because I do think that for you, pile number one, career and finances, and I think this is more talking about your day-to-day life when it comes to work. I do think that you're kind of in a place where career and finances in October 2025 aren't necessarily the overall focus. It's more about focusing on other things and just kind of doing what needs to be done in career and finances, and taking care of your overall well-being as well. And I do think that there are people that could be supportive, and it could even be a coworker, it could even be like a boss, a manager, somebody that is higher up. For those of you where maybe you have your own business, I do think that for you, October 2025, when it comes to career and finances, it's about kind of doing what needs to be done, but the same message applies, prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your overall well-being. And I do think that this message about clarity and this message about shifts is absolutely going to apply to this area of your life as well. And I will say financially, pile number one, this could be a time where you either create a budget or you stick to the budget if that's what you have. But I also think that this is saying make sure that you create balance between your personal life and your work life. And this is not a month where you should be overdoing it at work if you can help it, right? I know sometimes, that's not always possible, but if you can help it, it would be a good month to kind of create that balance and have enough time to dedicate to yourself or to give yourself a break. Let's take a look at love and relationships for my pile number ones. I don't know why I am so terrible at shuffling these. Actually, pile number one, I do know. These are very thick cards. So love and relationships for my pile number ones. For my pile number ones, love and relationships for the month of October 2025. What do my pile number ones need to know? I'm actually going to break this into two. So I'm going to do singles, and I'm going to do those of you in a relationship or connection of some sort. So singles first, love 2025, love and relationships, singles. For October, let's take a look. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We also have the Page of Swords, we have the Fool card, and we have the King of Cups. Ooh. Okay, so for my singles, when it comes to love and relationships for October 2025, I do think there are some opportunities here. For those of you that are dating, I'm kind of getting two separate messages here. For those of you that are dating, there's an opportunity for you to connect with someone either new or someone that has recently entered your life. This is coming through as like something very new, something very exciting, a lot of flirting, a lot of talking, a lot of communicating. This could be going out on dates together. This feels like the getting to know each other stage. And as I said, for some of you, it could be that you met this person, you know, August, September, or that you meet this person at the very beginning of October. But this feels like very lighthearted energy that's coming through. It's about, you know, communicating, getting to know one another, exploring one another. I do think that there's an opportunity for you to be very, very happy, especially when it comes to love and relationships. And especially if this is somebody that is new in your life and that you're kind of getting to know, you're very excited here. It feels very early on in the stages, right? Like it feels like the talking, getting to know each other, going on those like initial dates. So I do think that's an opportunity for some of you. For others of you, this is kind of coming through, especially for those of you that are single and you're not looking, you're not interested. This feels like this is a time where your focus is elsewhere and you are kind of more focused on inner work and on yourself. And this can also come through as more of like self-love, self-care, and spending time with maybe friends or loved ones and doing kind of your own thing. So it's going to be kind of a different message depending on where you are at, whether you are single and looking or you are more single and kind of doing your own thing at this time. Yeah, there's an opportunity here for a lot of fun, a lot of connection though, regardless of where you are at in that stage of your life, whether you are single and happy and not looking and closed off, or single and really looking and open to connecting with someone. The energy is reading very similarly, but it's going to manifest very differently depending on where you are at. But I do think that October 2025 is going to bring opportunities for you to be in the company of people that are going to bring joy into your life, of people that you can connect with, especially for those of you where life has been very heavy. It's that connection, that sense of just being able to talk to someone and being able to connect with someone and having that comfort through connection. Let's take a look at those of you that are either in a connection or a relationship, love and relationships, for those of you that are already in a connection or in a relationship. Bottom of the deck, what do we have? The Page of Pentacles. We also have the Nine of Swords. We have the Temperance card, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. So if you are in a current relationship, connection, situationship, this month is going to be a month where I think for the most part, things are going to continue to flow in the way that they've been flowing. For those of you where you've been in a connection or a relationship and things are going well, I do think that things are going to continue to go well. They are going to continue to flow. Your partner is going to come in and they're going to offer, they're going to offer that support. They're going to be there for you, especially for those of you that you're going through some transitions or a period of just things are not known to me and it feels confusing, it feels overwhelming. it does feel like your partner is going to be there to support you, and they're going to be there as almost like a grounding force in your life. Yeah. They're also going to be there as emotional support. For those of you where you are in a connection or in a relationship and maybe there's been a little bit of hardship, I do think it's possible to balance this out. And it's going to be, I don't want to say uneventful, but I do think that this is going to be a month for those of you that are in a connection, in a relationship, where things are going to be pretty smooth, pretty evened out. Even for those of you where there has been conflict, I think it's going to really calm down and bring in a lot more balance into the relationship itself. And I do think there will be opportunities for talking and for figuring out, what do we do? Where do we go from here? But overall, I think that things are going to be pretty stable for those of you that are in a connection, in a relationship. But let's take a look at what is your advice for October 2025, pile number 1. So for my pile number 1s, what is the advice for October 2025? What is the advice for October 2025? Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands. That is the 6 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the Page of Cups. Pile number 1, your advice for October 2025 is prioritize your overall well-being. This is also a reminder that you need to prioritize yourself. And for this group, you may be the person that takes on additional responsibilities. You may be the person that is always taking the lead. It is okay in October for you to really look at everything that you are carrying, at everything that you are responsible for, and choose to prioritize yourself and your overall well-being. I do think for the month of October 2025, for my pile number 1s, there is a reminder here that you are worthy, that you are enough, that you deserve all of the things that you so willingly give to others, and that you deserve that support. There's also a message here that you will receive and create the life that you want, and that this is just the stepping stone to get to where you are headed. There's also a reminder here to prioritize rest. Like, make sure that you are getting enough rest, sleep. Make sure that you are giving yourself exactly what you need. Check in with your body, check in with your mind, check in with your emotions, and make sure that you are giving yourself exactly what you need. I do think that October is a month that is going to ask for you to slow down a little bit. And I know that sometimes that's not really possible depending on how much you have going on and what you are responsible for. But you're being encouraged to create as much self-care, self-love as you possibly can. And I do think that this is a month where doing things that are just for you, things that are going to uplift your spirit, things that are going to make you feel good. Like, this could be a great month of, you know what, I'm just going to go get a facial mask and do that at home, or I'm going to read the book, I'm going to watch the show, watch the movie, I'm going to meet with friends. Like, really prioritizing yourself and your well-being, and trusting what you know, trusting that more information is coming, that more opportunities are coming. And allowing yourself to have a creative outlet can be very important during this month, pile number 1. But I did pick some additional cards for you. Let's start here. So this is something that you can surrender. I know that we talked about what to release, but this is something that you can surrender. So we have surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy the inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So I think in October, prioritizing as much peace and harmony as you can in a way that's realistic for you. Let's actually go here. We'll leave these for last. So we also have joy, rejoicing in the present. Okay, so pile number 1, we have 2 cards that are speaking to joy. And then we have the witch, the earthly weaver of the world. So what is it that you are creating? What is it that you are weaving together? This is a reminder that you will get to your end goal. This is just, again, this is like a transition time. This is about, the puzzle pieces falling into place. Let's take a look at what we have here. So it says vitality. I am healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. And then we have beauty. I'm beautiful even when I don't think it. I'm beautiful even when I don't see it. I'm beautiful no matter how many people don't say it. I'm beautiful and I don't care if you know it. I'm beautiful, which is why I don't have to try so hard all of the time to show it. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Pile number 1, that is what I have for you. Your affirmation for the week. I actually like this. I am healthy and vital and strong. This is your affirmation for the month of October 2025. But pile number 1, let me know if you'd like to see more of this type of reading. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. All of that helps me out so much with the channel. Share the video if you think it's worth sharing. Let me know what else you'd like to see next. I will be recording more videos over the next 6 months. But thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I am sending so much love, so many blessings, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be your reading if you were drawn to the Empress card. And this is from the Addams Family Tarot deck. It's a majors only deck. That's why I don't use it to do the readings, but I do love it. It's more of a collectible. So as a reminder, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. Also, I did do a reading breakdown at the beginning, which is going to tell you exactly what is going to be covered and in the format that it's covered in. So I highly, highly suggest that you check that out. Again, it is time-stamped below. So to get started, we are going to look at the overall energy for you for this October. Let's see what we have here for this group. So we have cornucopia, door to romance, okay, and goddess of the moon. So pile number 2, for this group, something is coming through, and it's a blessing. It feels like October 2025 for you is going to be a month where a lot of what you've been working on, a lot of what you've been focusing on, you are reaping those rewards. You are getting the fruits of your labor. For some of you, it could be that this is a month where there's a lot of romance, like in the actual, romantic sense, in the traditional sense of romance. That could absolutely be it. For others of you, it just feels like your life is in a very good place in October of 2025, where there's a lot that you are receiving that you have been working on. There's a lot of blessings, a lot of abundance here for you. There is just everything that you've been wishing for and trying to obtain is in a very good place where you are able to obtain it this October 2025. This is an energy of wish fulfillment. This is an energy of blessings that's coming through for you. And for those of you where you have been actively manifesting a relationship, especially a romantic relationship, October 2025 is very possibly the month where you are able to receive that, where you are able to move a connection that is already energetically existing and move it into the 3D reality, move it into a more tangible space, whether that is through meeting someone or taking things to the next step with someone. But for many of you, I do think this is about you manifesting either a new partner or a potential partner into your life. So there's a big opportunity here for those of you that picked pile number 2, that you will actually meet someone new in the romantic sense in the month of October 2025. And for those of you where you have recently met someone, it could very well be that you're going to be taking things to the next step, that things are going to be progressing to the next step. So if you are seeing someone, if things are going well, this could be a month where, you know, you take things to the next level. You either make it official, you decide to maybe move in together. Maybe there's an engagement. Maybe this is a month where you're getting married. It feels like there's a lot of blessings. And also on the spiritual side, for my pile number 2s, there's definitely a higher level of intuition coming through. So if you are seeking a romantic partner, this could be a very good time to really tune in to your intuition and tune in to the guidance that you are receiving. I do think this is a group where many of you are very clairvoyant. And this is also a month where I think for many of you, you're going to be feeling more energetic. You're going to be feeling more confident. You're going to be at ease and very comfortable in your life with everything that is happening for you and around you. So there's a lot of abundance here. For some of you, this could be more money coming in as well. For others of you, maybe it's not in the romantic sense, but maybe you have a new soulmate coming in. That could be a friend. That could be somebody that you collaborate with. That could be just somebody that you are meant to connect with. There's definitely an opportunity in October of 2025 for you to build some sort of new connection, for you to take a connection to the next level. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, though for the grand majority of you, I do think it's going to be romantic. But pile number 2, we are going to move on with the reading. We're going to ask, what do you need to embrace? And for this group, I will be using the Wild Reflections Tarot. So in October 2025, what is something my pile number 2s should embrace during the month of October 2025? And pile number 2, this could be a new opportunity, a lesson, a blessing, anything that you are meant to embrace at this time. So for my pile number 2s, what is something my pile number 2s should embrace in October of 2025? All right, let's take a look. You know what? I will take them. I wasn't going to take that many, but I will take them. 5 of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Cups, we have the 4 of Cups, we also have the Ace of Swords, and finally we have the Knight of Wands. So pile number 2 in October 2025, as far as what is coming up that you should embrace this month, I think for many of you, it's about embracing your confidence. It's about embracing the knowledge that there is a blessing that you will be receiving this month, and moving with the confidence that that is exactly what is happening for you this month, right? Having that inner knowing, that inner trust that you will be receiving something that you have been wishing for, that you have been working for a very long time in this month. This is also talking about choosing ease, right? This is about you choosing to experience ease and to lean into ease in your life for this month. This is about you choosing your confidence and choosing to feel secure within your own space, within your own body, and within your own reality. This is a month where, for my pile number 2s, this is all about you experiencing the clarity and the intention of your desires and of what is coming your way. And I do think for my pile number twos, for many of you, you feel exactly what is coming your way, and you know that there is a major breakthrough that you're going to be able to experience. This is also about you embracing your dreams, your desires, and embracing the truth that what you've been working for is already here. It's here for the taking. It's here to find you. So, pile number two, with this Four of Cups being here, I do want to talk about this because I think this is important. One thing that is important is do not block your blessings, embrace your blessings. So don't focus on what hasn't been or how it hasn't happened or even how it should happen. This is about you being in a place where you are embracing everything that is on its way to you. And I know this may sound silly, but sometimes it can be scary to get the thing that we have been working so hard for and to receive the thing that has cost us so much to attain and to receive. So this is all about you choosing yourself, practicing self-love, practicing self-care as you are moving through this abundant cycle, because you're going to be receiving a lot of newness. You're going to be receiving a lot of blessings. So this is about you embracing the present moment, embracing everything that you are receiving and enjoying it for what it is, enjoying it for this is what I deserve. This is what I have worked really hard for. And it's really happening, like really sitting in that reality that what you want, what you desire is really happening, and that you have earned it. You deserve it, that it is yours and it's not going to be taken from you. This is about you embracing the abundance. This is about you sitting in this sense of achievement, this sense of happiness, this sense of gratitude that is going to come as a result of everything that you are not only manifesting but receiving at this time. Let's take a look at what to release, pile number two. So what is something that you are being encouraged to release in October of 2025? For my pile number twos, what is something my pile number twos are being encouraged to release in October of 2025? Bottom of the deck, what do we have? The Seven of Wands. We also have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Two of Cups. So pile number two, first and foremost, what is coming through that needs to be released has to do with this sense of, I have to overprotect myself. I have to have these walls around me. I have to kind of overcompensate when I am being in a place of self-preservation and self-protection. This is really happening. I really feel for this group, understanding that all of the beautiful things that you are going to be receiving, that you're going to have the opportunity to embrace in the month of October, is really about you just being in a place where you realize, like, this is real, this is true, and this is finally arriving. Because I think for some of you, like, if this is really about you receiving a relationship or meeting someone that has the potential to be very significant in your life, I think a big thing that's coming through has to do with you accepting that this is really happening and that you deserve it and that there's no catch. Because I think for this group, there's almost this sense of like, there's a catch to this, when in reality, there's no catch. It's just something that is meant for you at this time. And another thing that's coming through is don't be so impatient once you begin to receive your blessings, once you begin to receive the rewards that you are going to be receiving, the blessings, the abundance. Don't move into impatience of, almost like wanting to speed through the process. Make sure that you are enjoying the process, right? Because we have that Seven of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Wands here, which is really talking to, being in the present moment, being patient, being able to enjoy step by step without leaning too far into the past or leaning too far into the future. Being able to be grounded to enjoy what's coming in for you. And also, you get to decide how you respond to these blessings, right? Like you get to decide how you interact with the blessings that are coming in for you. And at this time, one thing that is coming up that needs to be released is all about don't take on so much that you're not able to enjoy the present moment. Don't feel like you have to force anything to happen or force anything to move in a way that is not natural or in a way that's not organic to what is coming into your life. And I do think that this is also about you being in a place where you're able to receive the connection that's coming through. For many of you, this is going to be a connection, right? We see that Two of Cups. And one thing to release is the anxiety of the how, the when, the what exact date, where, how, where do I need to be? Trust and believe that you're going to be exactly where you're meant to be and you're going to be guided there, and that you can trust yourself to be where this is waiting for you. All right, so let's take a look at career and finances for the month of October 2025. So career and finances. Any messages around career and finances for my pile number twos? Any messages around career and finances for my pile number twos? Did I drop that? Of course I did. 1 second, pile number two. I will grab that. 10 of Swords, bottom of the deck. All right, so it did fall facing down. Let's see what it is. 2 of Wands. 7 of Swords, Page of Swords, 7 of Cups. For some of you, when it comes to career and finances, especially when it comes to career, there is a new option opening up for you. There's something that you can explore. There may be a new job posting. There may be something that catches your eye. There may be a new project coming in this month. That's absolutely coming through as very possible here. This is also talking about when it comes to career and finances in the month of October 2025, do not be afraid to kind of explore your options, explore what is available to you, especially if when it comes to career and finances, you are in a place that you're not super happy, super comfortable. So for those of you where you are in a job or in a career where you're not exactly where you want to be, you're not enjoying it, you are wishing for change, October 2025 can offer some sort of forward movement, some sort of opportunity that can come through here that can help you kind of explore, right? This is about remaining open to exploring. So I don't necessarily think that October 2025 is a month where there is like a huge career change, but I do think October 2025 for this group is a month where there's an opportunity for you to explore, and there may be an opportunity for you to maybe put your name into something, for you to try something, for you to think about a different opportunity that would be more beneficial to you, that would be more fulfilling for you. So for example, this could be a month where you see an opportunity for a new job and you maybe are able to apply for it. And then maybe in like November, December is when you get a call back or when you're able to make the transition. For those of you where you are in a job or in a career where things aren't so great, because we do have that 10 of Swords at the bottom there, Yeah, the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Swords. So for some of you, you are overworked, you're not very much appreciated, and it feels like there's some sort of hardship, some sort of obstacles, or some sort of challenge in your current career. It could be finances as well. We're going to talk about finances in a moment. But for those of you where you don't really want to go anywhere, I do think October 2025 has some opportunities for you to gain some clarity and for you to gain some sort of new outlook, even if you're planning on staying in the same place where maybe you realize, this isn't working for me. So I am going to try to approach my day to day in a different way. But I do think for many of my pile number 2s, especially if you have been unhappy in your current career or job, there's going to be an opportunity for you to start the motion, for you to start working towards something better, whether it's like a promotion, whether it's, I'm kind of seeing a branch where you're kind of branching out somewhere for some of you. For others of you, it's you moving and finding opportunities. So this would be a very good month for you to really look for other forms of employment. For those of you that are self-employed, this is a month where you are going to be asked or encouraged, I should say, to try something different, to kind of really look at what you are offering, what you are doing, and maybe figure out, is there a way to market differently? Is there a way to offer something that is expansive or that is slightly different or that adds on to what I'm already doing? So it does feel like October 2025 is a month where for career and like work, there's a lot of opportunities to begin to create change. It's not a month where there is complete change, but it's a month where there's a lot that is kind of coming up for you to work with. When it comes to finances, I do think there will be opportunities for you to either recreate a budget or for you to possibly make more money. But if you are making more money, it's because you're doing something slightly different. For someone here, if you're looking for like a side gig, I do think it's going to be possible for you to find a side gig in the month of October 2025 that is going to bring in supplemental income. That's coming through here as well. Pile number 2, this is a good month to really talk to people, like talk to people that you have worked with before or that you have collaborated. This is a good month to network. For those of you that are business owners or entrepreneur, this is a good month to market as well, and to kind of do so in a way that is different from what you've been doing, especially if what you've been doing hasn't quite been working the way that you want it to. All right, let's get into love and relationships for the month of October 2025. For my pile number 2s, I'm very curious, pile number 2, because there's kind of a lot coming up from the very beginning for this group when it has to do with love and relationships. For love and relationships, for my pile number 2s, for my singles, my single pile number 2s, what's going on October 2025? What's the energy for my singles? I'm going to do singles and then I'm going to look at those of you in connections or relationships. The 3 of Wands, something is coming. Someone is coming your way. The 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck there. The Page of Cups. Yeah, there's an opportunity here for romance. Queen of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. Look at that change. Judgment card. The Sun. Pile number 2. This is so exciting. Okay, so pile number 2. There's something that you have been manifesting. There's something that you have been desiring. This is for my singles. And this has to do with a relationship. This has to do with you wanting to meet someone, you wanting to connect with someone. And this is coming true, at least the beginning of this, right? So I do think October 2025, for many of you, if you are single, you will be meeting someone that is going to be significant in some way in your life. Now, obviously, you know, you both get to decide what you want to manifest. It's up to you how you manifest it. But there's an opportunity to meet someone here, and there's an opportunity for romance. I do think this is a month where, when it comes to your love life, when it comes to romance for the singles in this pile, there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of opportunity for you to meet someone that you can have a romantic connection with. This is someone that you have been manifesting for a very, I don't want to say a very long time for everyone, but it may feel like a very long time. This is someone that you have a spiritual connection with, and this is someone that there is potential here. There is potential for the long term that is absolutely coming through here. What did I say? You've been manifesting this. You've been asking the universe for this. You've been asking your spirit team for this. You've been praying for this. You've been manifesting this quite actively. And this other person has been manifesting you as well. That's absolutely coming through here. There is a lot of potential, a lot of happiness. One thing that's coming through, pile number 2, is remain present. Enjoy it. Don't let anxiety, don't let fear, don't let the need to, figure out how this is going to work or how it's going to unfold to take you out of the present moment. All right, so we are going to ask for those of you that are in a connection or in a relationship, October 2025. For those of you that are already in a connection, already in a relationship, what's the energy here for October 2025? And I do think for this group, there's going to be opportunities to connect with friends as well. 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, the Tower card. Ooh, okay. So for those of you that are already in a connection, already in a relationship, I'm kind of going to talk to 2 situations because I think it's going to depend on where you are at going into October 2025. So for those of you that have been going through a little bit of upheaval in the relationship, I do think October 2025 is going to be a time where you and your partner are going to have an opportunity to discuss where you are both at. I also think that you are both going to have an opportunity to really bring up what needs to be, how do I want to word this? I want to be very careful how I word this. For lack of a better word, fixed, though I don't think that's necessarily the right word. It's like, what do we need to do in order to get to a place where things are better? And I do think that this is a month with that for those of you that are in a connection or in a relationship, and it could be a situationship, it could be anything where there's already somebody in your life, but maybe things aren't going so great. There is a level of you both coming together and really kind of putting the cards on the table and saying, where do we go from here? For those of you that are in a connection and things are going well, I do think that the connection itself is not going to be like a main focus. It feels like you're going to be juggling other areas of your life, and that this connection is going to kind of continue to do what it's doing, because I think the major messages that are coming through for October are for those of you that are either single or for those of you that are in a connection, in a situationship, in a relationship where there are some issues that need to be dealt with. For those of you that that's not the case, it just feels like things are going to continue smooth sailing. But for those of you where there's some things that need to be dealt with, I do think you're going to have an opportunity in October 2025 to really bring it to the table and say, where do we go from here? And what happens next is going to be up to the both of you, how you want to handle that. Let me know, pile number 2, if anyone wants me to do a reading for those that are already in a connection, their feelings, your feelings, or what is going on in the connection. Let me know. I haven't done one of those in a very, very long time. But let's take a look at pile number 2's advice for October. So for October 2025, what is your advice, pile number 2, for October 2025. What is the advice here? Bottom of the deck, what do we have? The Devil card. We also have Temperance, Queen of Cups, and the King of Wands. Pile number 2, this is a month where you are being encouraged to enjoy it to the fullest. This is also a month that is really speaking to pay attention to any inner talk that is causing any fears to come up, because this is a month where there's a lot of abundance here for you. So your advice is to remain grounded and to remain focused on what it is that you are creating, what it is that you are receiving at this time. We do have the Devil card at the bottom of the deck there, and this is all about healing. This is also about you empowering yourself. You have full autonomy over yourself and over what you are receiving. There is no need for you to wait for the other shoe to drop. Good things are happening, and they're happening because this is your time to shine. This is your time to receive these things, right? That's that transformation energy that has been happening for you. And Temperance is here to really, again, encourage you to be in that place where you are fully present, where you are enjoying the fruits of your labor. And patience is going to be a big one for this month, like just being able to take a deep breath in and focus on what's happening for you at this time. Don't allow the fear of, I don't want to get my heart broken. I don't want to lose something or someone. So do I want to allow myself to enjoy this? Don't be in a place where, again, you're waiting for that other shoe to drop. This is a month where allowing your heart to lead the way is going to be very helpful. This is also a month of just being in your full element and allowing yourself to savor all of the things that are arriving for you. This is put your crown on and enjoy the ride. And this is also, as far as the advice for October 2025, there's a piece of advice here that is saying, allow your passions to lead the way, right? Open your heart, allow your heart to lead the way, and allow yourself to experience all of this beautifulness, and all of the things that you are going to be receiving is a part of your vision for the future. So you've already asked for this. Enjoy it. That's really the advice here. Enjoy what's coming up for you. All right, so pile number 2, let's take a look at what we have here. I did pick one surrender card for you. Let's see what we have. Surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So anytime you are feeling stressed, overwhelmed, kind of bringing yourself back to center. Let's see what else we have here. So we have Mummy, change. Yeah, there's some change coming in, and I think it's for the better. We also have the Skeleton with strength. So remember that everything that you are receiving, all of this goodness, all of these blessings, you deserve it and you are able to enjoy it. You are able to receive it. And also having the courage to receive it is actually strength, and you are very strong, pile number 2. Let's see what else we have here. All right, so we have strength twice. You are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are, because you're guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know of mythology, probably with great hair and a 6-pack. And that's the thing. Pile number 2, this is your month. And then finally, I promise I don't look at these before you do. That's funny. Okay, strength, and now courage. No one is fearless. No one. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to the fear and kick it in the nuts, then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. Pile number 2, that is what I have for you. Your affirmation for the month of October is I am strong and courageous, and I allow myself to receive. I am strong and courageous, and I allow myself to receive. And what you are receiving, pile number 2, is blessings on abundance. But pile number 2, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Let me know if you like the forecast. If you would like to see a November forecast, let me know. Share the video if you think it's worth sharing. All of those things help me out so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I am sending so much love, so many blessings, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be a reading if you were drawn to the Empress card, and this is from the Mythos Tarot deck. So as a reminder, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You know yourself best. If it does not fit, do not force it to fit. Also, I did do a reading breakdown at the beginning, which is time-stamped below. It's going to tell you exactly what's going to be covered in today's reading and the format it's going to be covered in. So I highly suggest that you check that out. Again, it is time-stamped below. But to get started with this reading, we are going to look at the overall energy for October 2025 for this group. Appreciation, woman holding a coin, and second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So that is the sacral chakra. Okay, so pile number 3, as far as the overall energy for October for this group, this feels like a group where you are laser focused, you are locked in for the month of October. Whatever it is that you are locked in on is going to be an area of your life where you create a lot of success in. I do think for most of you, this could be something more tangible, like career, finances, a project, maybe schooling. It's something along those lines where you are locked in, you are focused, and this is a month where you can make a lot of forward movement based on whatever it is that you decide to focus on. I do also think that this is a month that you are going to notice that your hard work has not gone unnoticed, right? So it could be that your hard work is called out. It could be that you receive some level of recognition. It could also be for someone here that you finish something that you have been working on for a very long time. So for some reason, I'm kind of being shown someone who's like written a book, or someone who has finished like some sort of project, something that it's taken you a while to do, but you've been chipping away at it, you've been making it happen. And this feels like a month where there's a lot of accomplishment and there are some things that you are able to complete. And through that, you are going to receive some level of recognition. Or this could be you feeling proud of what you have created, you feeling proud of what you have accomplished. I'm sorry, pile number 3, my camera died. But as I was saying, for this group, for someone here, I'm almost wondering if you are finishing like a thesis or something along those lines, because there's something here that is really speaking to a big achievement and a lot of abundance in a material sense, in a very tangible sense. Not to say that, any other type of abundance is not possible, but that the main focus here is going to be on more of a material, tangible type of abundance. I also do think that this is a month where there's a lot of opportunities for you to experience gratitude based on everything that is going to be happening in your life. I also think that this is a month where your creativity is going to be thriving for this group. That's absolutely coming through here as well. For you, pile number 3, I also think that this is a month where your health, like health wise or wellness wise, you're gonna be feeling very good. You're gonna be feeling very energetic. There's a lot that's getting done. This is a very productive month for my pile number 3s. But pile number 3, let's talk about, let's bring in the tarot. So let's take a look at what you should embrace in October 2025. So for my pile number 3s, what is something that you are being encouraged to embrace? And it could be a new opportunity, a lesson, blessings. What is it that you are being encouraged to embrace in October 2025? Let's take a look here for my pile number 3s. All right, let's take a look. Bottom of the deck, what do we have? The Queen of Coins or the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, embrace this abundance. Embrace your achievements. Absolutely coming through. The High Priestess. We also have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. Pile number 3. This is about you embracing everything that you have created and everything. It's almost like life, the universe, the people around you. In some way, pile number 3, you're going to be receiving your flowers. You are going to be receiving the credit that you deserve for everything that you have created. So a lot of what you should embrace in October is exactly what you have earned and everything that you have accomplished. And this is about you leaning in to all of the abundance and the goodness that is headed your way, and for you to see the progress. And I think this is about you basking in this moment, right? It's not about you, I'm done with this or I'm receiving this and let me immediately focus on the next thing. You're really being encouraged this month to slow down and enjoy everything that is coming your way. And again, for this group, it feels like you are receiving your flowers. Like there's some level of recognition. There's something that it's not just you realizing everything that you've done. It's like other people are showing up and celebrating you in some way. Other people are showing up and acknowledging what you have accomplished. I'm wondering, for someone here, it may also be that this is like a milestone birthday month for some of you. There's something here that feels like you are being celebrated. You are being acknowledged for everything that you've been doing and everything that you have accomplished. And it's really about like you really being in that moment and taking in all of what you have created and not trying to just move on to the next thing immediately. It's like just enjoy what is coming up for you. Embrace all of this beautiful energy that is being given to you because you deserve it, because you've earned it. I also think that this is a month where you're being encouraged to accept anything that is being offered to you. Like if it's a gift, if it's somebody offering to do something, if it's somebody offering to maybe, give you some sort of recognition or call out your achievements. Like this is about you being in a receptive energy and allowing yourself to receive. The Hanged Man, yeah, like bask in the glory of everything that is happening. Sit with everything that is happening and enjoy it for what it is a big message that's coming through here. Let's take a look at something that you are being encouraged to release. So anything that you are being encouraged to release in October of 2025. For my pile number 3s, anything my pile number 3s are being encouraged to release. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. For some of you, like what you are being encouraged to release is if you tend to be very harsh on yourself, very self-critical, that's something that is coming up. Look at this Queen of Coins again. So this Queen of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Four of Pentacles. So let's talk about what you are being encouraged to release for October 2025. Pile number 3, one thing that you are being encouraged to release is, for my pile number 3s, I think a big part of this is being in a place where you are unable to, it almost feels like for some of you, you may struggle with sitting and being the center of attention, or sitting in a place where you allow other people to really like fawn over you and to be proud of you and to celebrate you. So that's one thing that's coming through here. This is also talking about just that, like, that sense of I have to keep going, I have to keep doing things, I have to keep pushing. It is okay to take a break. It is okay to take a time out and just enjoy what you have done so far. There will always be other things that could be done or that will get done, but for this group, it's just about releasing that need to always be on the go, that need to always be working on something. And this is also about you, in some ways, this is about like the self-sabotage or that feeling of being uncomfortable, being on the other side of that recognition, being on the other side of that celebration. So feeling like either you don't deserve it or like, I don't want people to make a big deal over me. Allow people to give to you, allow people to show up for you. And this could be in a professional setting, this could be in a more like personal relationships type of setting, but the message here is to allow yourself to be present in the present moment and to receive what is being given to you. This is also saying that this is a month where you should prioritize yourself and your needs. So if you need to give yourself a break, if you need to take a time out from your busy schedule, just to, for someone here, maybe even take a vacation, that's coming through as something that you can release in a way, is that need to be productive, that need to kind of force things or to focus on things in a way that is not honoring where you are at in this point in time, or that does not allow you to celebrate where you are at this point in time. That Nine of Swords, yeah. And I think for this group, I think something to release, and it's easier said than done, but like that stress or that like inner critic that is always asking for more, no matter how much you do, it's never enough. That's something to really kind of be conscious about this month and try your best to kind of ground and be fully present and enjoy the moment for what it is, and enjoy the process that you are in and the completion that you have reached and the creativity that you are in as well. And for some of you, if you are a creative, this could be a month where you allow yourself to do something creative just for the fun of it, not necessarily for in the name of productivity. All right, so for my pile number 3s, career and finances. Pile number 3, let's see career and finances for October 2025. What's going on here? Career and finances for October 2025. Bottom of the deck, Strength card. We also have the Tower, we have the Three of Swords, and we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. I'm never going to lie to you, pile number 3. That is one thing about my readings. I will never lie. I have to say what is coming up here. Take it as it resonates, because if everything is okay in your career and finances and there's nothing that's coming up, nothing that needs to be dealt with, then take this, this doesn't really apply to you. For some of you, there will be a level of some sort of unexpected change in your career or in your finances for October 2025. And this is very interesting because this doesn't match the other energy that's coming through in this reading. So actually, I'm going to clarify these. I'm going to clarify these because this does not match, and I want to make sure. What are we talking about here? Let me bring in another deck. All right, let's take a look. Let's clarify this Tower card for my pile number 3s for October 2025. Clarify this Tower card. I'm going to place that right there. Let's clarify this 3 of Swords, because this is not matching what has come up in the other reading. I'm sorry, in the rest of the reading. Let's clarify this 10 of Swords. All right, bottom of the deck, let's see what we have in this deck. The Knight. See, this is achievement. So what's going on here? The Tower is being clarified by the 7 of Swords. The 3 of Swords is being clarified by the 6 of Swords. Okay, this is making more sense. And the 10 of Swords is being clarified by the 5 of Pentacles. Pile number 3, I do think there's going to be an opportunity for a shift to happen. And I'm actually wondering now if all of this that is happening, that is coming through as an accomplishment, that is coming through as a blessing, that is coming through as you achieving something, reaching something, has to do with a change in your career. Because for some of you, you're walking away. I'm going to be honest, it's here, so I have to say it. For some of you, I do think you will be walking away from either a career or a specific job in October 2025. I do think if that's the case, for most of you, you have already been planning this or you feel it coming. And in October 2025, it kind of comes to a head. For some of you, this is because you have been the one that initiated this and you end up going somewhere else. What's interesting is at the bottom of the deck, we have Strength and we have the 9 of Pentacles. So this feels like a blessing. For some of you, it's going to be a blessing in disguise. For some of you, it's something that you kind of feel coming or something that is happening to your benefit, but something that may not initially feel like a blessing, but it's going to kind of change the trajectory of your life and of your current career and job path, if you will. Underneath here, the Page of Swords, it's going to lead to opportunities. The Ace of Cups, this is happening for those of you where this resonates, and I want to make it clear, not everyone that picked this pile, this message is for you. This message is going to be for some of you, not all of you. Take it as it resonates. But for some of my pile number 3s, this is a blessing in disguise. This is going to lead you to a place where you are more in alignment with the job, with the career that you are going to have. And as I said, if this applies to you, you intuitively know that, and you've already been sensing that there's going to be a change here. And for those of you where this message applies, you have not been happy with your current career, with your current job. You have been underappreciated. And part of what that current energy for October 2025 was talking about is you moving to a place where you are more appreciated. You moving to a place where you are in better spirits, where people recognize what you bring to the table, all of the hard work that you put in. This also makes sense why some of these messages have to do with you being in a place that you are present, that you are also taking advantage of the opportunities and really not overthinking, overanalyzing, or overworking yourself, because this is saying it's going to fall into place in a way that maybe you end up walking away and you don't actually have a full plan as to what comes next. But I do think October 2025 is going to provide you with the opportunity to find forward movement. So for those of you where this is like you walking away from a place of employment or a career what you're going to find is very, very soon after, you are going to find a place that you belong in. For those of you that coming into October 2025, you are either unemployed or you have already walked away from something. This is you falling into place with something better, and you finding something that brings in, it feels better. It's a better match to your energy. But what's important here is this is going to play in your favor, but there may be a level of not knowing exactly how this is going to play out and having to kind of go through the steps of, one step needs to be shown to you before you know what the next step is, right? So that a little bit of the unknown energy coming through there. Look at the Tower there again. And when it comes to finances, this is a good month to be very intentional and very careful, not to fearmonger, but just in case this message resonates for you, definitely be mindful of finances. Though I do think for some of you, if there is, look at that Seven of Swords, there's something that wasn't fair. There's something that wasn't in the up and up when it came to career. Somebody was not either appreciating you, somebody was not, or a company was not giving you what you deserve. And this is happening to move you into a place where you're going to receive what you deserve. For this group, I want to bring in an additional deck. Give me a moment. Because this is a group where there's a lot coming up here for career and finances. And again, I don't think this is going to be for everyone that chose this pile. So take this as it resonates. For my pile number 3s, tell me more about career and finances for my pile number 3s. For my pile number 3s, tell me more about career and finances. But it's very interesting because there's something here being accomplished, but in career and finances, there's a big change here as well. And I think for some of you, you've already been experiencing this heartbreak in your current career or place of employment. Because I don't feel like this is a message for people that have their own business. And again, it's a blessing in disguise. It's something that's going to work out in your favor. The artist, focus on finding the beauty in your day-to-day life. The artist can be a photographer, printer, film, graphic artist, or web designer. If you can't make a living with your art full-time, start part-time. Just get started. For some of you, maybe this is going to set you on a path where you start to slowly do your own thing. We also have media. Step into the spotlight and get seen. Don't allow your talent to go unnoticed. A career in television, radio, magazine, or any mass media job might be perfect for you. It might be time to get more publicity if you want to increase your finances. Then we have destiny. Yeah, this feels like something that is going to actually move you in a different direction. So believe in your dreams and passions. It is your calling to follow them. Whatever led you to this point in your life, it was to direct you to your higher purpose. New exciting adventures await you. Don't look back, only to the future. Comfort. Though you're not exactly rich, you will be living comfortably. You're entering the most comfortable period of your life. Your finances are in a state of balance. And for some of you, this Tower moment is coming up in career, because I think this is more related to career because you were comfortable. And if for some of you, you've been thinking about it, but you haven't quite made the move, the universe may make the move for you. But again, there's something on the other side of it that is waiting for you, that is meant for you. So motivator, there is a skill you possess that needs to be shared with the world. Consider a career in coaching, speaking, lobbying, activism, or mentoring. You may be in need of motivation yourself or needing inspiration. And then we have rescuer. Someone may enter your life and help you resolve any difficulties you're experiencing. Consider careers as a firefighter, paramedic, or any other rescue or heroic profession. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Quite the opposite. It shows your strength. Someone is coming in with something that is meant for you. Pile number 3. Some of you are dealing with something in your current job, in your current career that is not on the up and up. That's not like it's not good energy. And this is why you are being moved. Only, again, I want to really emphasize this. This only applies if you've already been dealing with this. Because for some of you, this message is not going to apply. Take it as it resonates. It's a general reading. Let's take a look at love and relationships for October 2025. October 2025, love and relationships. Let's start with singles. So for singles, love and relationships for singles in 2025. Bottom of the deck, the Ace of Coins, the Ace of Pentacles. We also have Temperance. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Strength card. So if I'm being completely honest, I don't think this is a month where there's too much happening in your relationships. If you are single, it feels like the main focus is going to be on yourself and your life. And I do think that this is a month where, for the most part, most of you aren't necessarily looking to get into anything, or you are so busy with other things that love is not going to be a real, like, big priority for this group. And a lot of what you are focusing on has to do with like more, and this keeps coming up, more of the tangible, more of the material area of your life. And I do think that this is a month where you're going to be focused on the opportunities that are coming up for you, and you're going to be focused on yourself. I also think that this is a month where even if you are dating, it doesn't feel like there's anything super significant that is showing up here. Let's take a look. Yeah, the Four of Swords. Some of you are going to be taking a break from dating. Some of you are, just comfortable wherever it is that you are at in being single in your romantic life. So I don't think there's a lot happening in romance when it comes to my pile number threes. And I would say this is a month for that. Even when it comes to like relationships that are platonic, there's not a lot happening here. There's a lot of focus on like yourself and what's going on with you. So this doesn't feel like you're meeting too many new people this month. Let's take a look at those of you that are in a relationship or in a connection of some sort. For my pile number threes that are in a relationship or in a connection, love and relationships for them. October 2025. Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords, Ace of Coins or Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck there, King of Cups. So I do think it's kind of the same thing. I do think for this group, just as a whole, for my pile number threes, it doesn't feel like love and relationships is going to change too much from what has been going on. For those of you that have been that are in a relationship, that are in a connection, it feels like things are going to kind of keep going in the way that they've been going. I do think there's going to be a lot of communication between you and your person. I also think that this is going to be someone that is going to be really supporting you this month, especially for those of you that are dealing with like the career changes that came up. I do think that your partner is going to be very supportive, but this just feels like it's going to be very much a continuation of what has been happening. And it doesn't feel like there's a major focus for my pile number threes in love and relationships for October. And one thing that is coming through is just be mindful, pile number three, that you are not kind of isolating yourself, especially for those of you in a relationship. It is absolutely okay to kind of share with your partner where you are at and what your needs are, because I think for some of you in October, you may kind of be in a place where you're moving in silence. So make sure that you are communicating with your person, with your partner. Let's take a look at what is the advice for October 2025 for my pile number threes. This has been a very interesting reading because it kind of started one way, and I'm going to be honest, the cards shocked me for career and finances. Advice for October 2025 for my pile number 3s. Ace of Wands. Don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to follow your intuition, to put yourself out there, to follow your curiosity, to try something different. Then we have the Hierophant. We have the Five of Cups, and we have the Hermit. This is a month where go within. Trust yourself. Trust what you are receiving. Don't let the inner critic get the best of you. That's a big message for this group. This is also talking to or speaking to that message of, again, do not isolate yourself. Do not get to a point where you are trying to, handle everything on your own or move through everything on your own. And if there is disappointment this month, moving through that, allowing that to move through you, and allowing yourself to realize that there is something here. Like, I think that by the end of October, if you resonate with the message about career, you're going to see the light by the end of October. Like, it feels like it's not going to take a very long time for you to realize why certain things happened the way that they did. Yeah, the Moon card. And this is really also speaking to allowing yourself to see past the illusion of what is right in front of you. There's something that wants to come in, and there's something that's being cleared so that other thing can come in for you. And again, only take that career portion if it resonates, because I do feel like for those of you where that is going to resonate, you already know. Like, you already feel it. You're already experiencing some of that. Let's take a look here. And for those of you where there wasn't a message for you in career, it's because things are going to keep flowing the way that they've been flowing. Let's see what we have here. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so that you may approach the situation more calmly. Let's do these two first. We'll leave those for last. So we have Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes. See, there's something here. Creating through the ashes. There's a rebirth here. There's an opportunity. It's a blessing in disguise, though. And you're going to create something beautiful from what is being removed. And then we have the veil, the future. So this is, there's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of things that are not being shown. And I think this reading is in some ways not being super clear because there's some things that either you're not supposed to know just yet, or there's some things that are going to be different for each of you, right? Different people watching different ways that this is going to play out. But just trust that this is taking you to where you are meant to be. Again, a blessing in disguise is what I keep hearing for those of you that resonate with that career message. But I think for all of you, there's a blessing coming in. Let's see what we have here. So it says nature. It's time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of that man-made box. Take a walk in the woods, smell those flowers, hug some trees. You might think you are being ironic, like, look at me, I'm all tree huggery and stuff. But you'll find that even then, those trees will hug you back. Trees come from a time before irony, and their earnestness is impervious to our jaded humor. If that doesn't make you want to hug them even more, well, I guess you're a robot. And then we also have patience. Congratulations, you've been granted more patience. You may start using it right away or pretty much much later. Waiting a long time is the sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading and you haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your life. Imagine how easy it will be to go to the post office. Pile number 3, that is what I have for you. I'm going to be honest, this is an interesting one. This is where we started and where we end up. I was not expecting that. I'll be very curious to hear your thoughts. But as far as an affirmation for the month, I patiently create the life that I want. I patiently create the life that I want. That is your affirmation for the month of October. Claim it in the comments. Let me know if you'd like to see more of these, though I don't think this is a group that is really going to love this reading too much, but I have to give you what I get. So thank you for being here. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Those things help me out so much. Share the video if you think it's worth sharing. If you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I am sending so much love, so many blessings, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye for now.